Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe's Classic Video Games back with another cool pinball repair video for you this evening. We have been working on this Williams Time Warp. You don't see these too often. Pinball machine, and the thing was already up and running whenever they brought it in, but it had some issues. So we did one video where we worked through some of those issues, and we made a list of all of the things that this thing was doing wrong. And we slowly went through and fixed this one, and then that one, and that one. And we ran out of time. So this is the second video that bookends the other one. So if you didn't see the other one, go back and check it out here on our channel. By the way, if you're ever looking for a video, whenever I say something like that, oh, go check out the other video, or go do this, that. There's an easy way to do that. People, a lot of times people can't find the videos that we're mentioning. If you go to our channel, so if you click our name, that takes you to our channel. Over on the right, there is a little spyglass like Sherlock Holmes used to carry around. You just type whatever you want in there. So like for instance, if you want to find the other Time Warp video, just type Time Warp in that and it'll pop right up. Now I could put a link down below, but that seems people never find the links. So if you're ever looking for a video, you're going to have to go find it yourself. How about that? So let's look at our list that we were making, and the last thing that we did was we worked on the displays. You have to watch the other video, people. And let's see what's next up on the list, though. Player 3 and 4 top left segments. The drop targets need cleaned. Let's do it. So I have taken the screws off the back of the drop target boards. They have this little, on the Williams, they have this little horseshoe on the back of each drop target. And when the thing is all the way up, the horseshoe contacts are touching these two metal plates up here. Okay? Which aren't connected to anything. When they get all the way to the bottom, they're touching these two plates here. Okay? So when they're all the way down, all 5 of them, there is a wire connected, and basically that is a switch. So once all of those are connected, that is one switch. So that's why it knew that they were all down. But some of them, it was not scoring when you dropped them. So why would that be? It's because the way it scores on these Williams targets is as it's dropping, it passes over these two contacts, and that creates a switch, but only for a millisecond as it's passing. So what happens is you start getting dirt on those contacts, and there's not enough juice flowing through there, or it's not a good enough contact for it to see that in the split second that the horseshoe contact is on those things. So you got to get those real clean so they will conduct as it slides past, and bam, for just the second that it's on there, right? So you want your contacts to be clean, and you want your plates to be clean. This is that grease is they probably put some kind of grease on it back in the day, and it's just kind of dirtied all that up. So I'm going to clean all that off, hit it with a little sandpaper if I must, and then I'm going to put a little bit of synthetic grease on it. And then we will go from there. People have been arguing with me lately about, I use dielectric grease, and they go, oh no, you don't want to do that because it will conduct. It won't conduct. You're making it worse. No, no, no. No, 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 people. No, no, no. Don't make me disagree with you. Come on now. If I were to spread conductive grease all over this, why would that be a problem? It's because you join everything on the board together. You don't want to do that. Do not use conductive grease. You want dielectric grease. It's non-conductive. It's actually an insulator. But when you get metal on metal, and there's a little teeny bit of it in there, it conducts anyway. So it'll be just fine. I'll talk about it in a shorter video than this. But you want dielectric grease. If you put conductive grease, that will conduct all of these traces to each other. You don't do that. Dielectric. Okay, so I'm going to clean it up, put a little bit of dielectric grease on it, and we'll go from there. Cleaned up, and this is the stuff we use. Dielectric. That's what you want. Oh, you can get this at the hardware store, or if you want to order some online, go to our website. Go to lionsarcade.com, and there is a parts page. And we've got a bunch of stuff on there like this that we use in our repair videos. And if you click any of those links, they will take you to Amazon, and then it gives us a tip for anything you buy on Amazon. So you might buy the Super Lube synthetic dielectric grease for your time warp pinball machine, or you might buy a Ferrari. Whatever you buy, whatever you click and decide to buy after you go there, it gives us a tip. So thank you to everybody that's been doing that. Someone the other day bought some really expensive speakers. I didn't even know they made speakers that expensive anymore, and it paid us like a whole bunch of money for that. So thank you whoever did that. But we don't, you don't have to do that. We're just saying if you feel like it, we appreciate it. Okay, so I'm going to screw those back on, and then we're going to turn it back on and see if we get points as those slide by the contacts. Okay, let's test it. Here we go. Are you ready? Now this one was working. Still working. That one was messed up. Let's skip it. That one's still working. That one's still working. I'm trying not to hit the one behind it. All right. Okay, so both of these didn't work. Now working. Did you hear it? It did it. It's working. Yeah, buddy. Okay, so you know what that means. The drop targets are fixed. Drop targets are working as they should, folks. Very cool. Moving right along. Oh, right here. Let's see here. A few light bulbs. Okay, so there is a test mode where it will flex all the bulbs. Now, they don't want us to do any cosmetic stuff, but we can make sure all the bulbs are working for them. On a Williams game, usually you don't have a ton of light bulb problems. They work great. And you can have bulbs that are ancient and they'll still work great. It has something to do with the way Williams lit theirs by strobing the voltage or something, I don't know. But on a Bally game, the bulbs will burn out constantly. Well, I shouldn't be that extreme on it, but they burn out a lot. On a Williams game, not as often. It's weird. I don't know why that's a difference, but it is. And also it uses a lamp matrix where the Bally used SCRs for every individual bulb. So it's just a different way of doing it. Since it's a matrix, if you've got like one bulb out, it's probably the actual bulb, or it's the socket the bulb's in. Because if it was in a matrix, you would lose an entire string of them. So you'd lose like 8 bulbs. So we got one here that's out. And we've got a couple pop bumpers that are out. I figured those were something. Okay. So just as easy as swapping light bulbs, we'll swap those in, make sure they all work, and that should fix it. Okay, so simply replacing the bulbs. Got them all going. Very nice. Let's mark it off the list and answer the phone. Okay, few light bulbs. Done. Bridge rectifier fuses. So here is the issue that we were talking about. Power comes in, goes through a line filter, and then goes straight into this, goes through a switch and stuff. It goes into this transformer. Okay, so the primary side, of course, is separate from the secondary side. And so there are all these other windings. So this is the one for the general illumination. It's fused. This is the one that creates the logic supply. It's fused. This is the one that goes to the displays on that power supply. It's fused. But there are two. One goes to the lamp rectifier and one goes to the solenoid rectifier. Once it goes off over here, there's fuses. But there, if this were to burn up, there's no fuse right here. So what happens is this shorts and then starts pulling a bunch of amps, and there's no fuse to blow, unless it could possibly blow this one way over here. But it can't because the primary is separated from the secondary. I don't even know, if you drew like a ton of amps, I guess it could blow that fuse. But what happens is it just starts, it's a dead short. And so these wires start melting. Literally. Legit. I mean, melting. The rubber melting off of them. So you really need to put a fuse on those because those will short eventually. So what you do is you take either one of these blue lines running to the lamp rectifier board and you put one fuse in it. Whoa. Huh. Well, I bet that was scary on your side. You put a fuse on it. And then on these two red wires that are the AC running to the solenoid one, you put a fuse in one of those. You don't need to do both, just on one side. So 8 amp slow blow fuse. So here's how they look. Stock. And that's what it looks like with the fuses. So basically, remove the blue wire, run it to a fuse block, put an 8 amp fuse in, and then run a wire back to the bridge. And so on the red, you remove the red wire, run it through the fuse block, 8 amp fuse, wire back to the bridge rectifier. Easy peasy. Now, for all you people out there that are always telling me that I'm doing it wrong, I want you to think about something here. Why did I put the fuses over there? Look at all this space right above it. I could have put it right there. I could have put it right there. Why would I put it way over there? It's because that's not the original power supply. The original power supply is bigger. It comes down to here. By the way, I'm way away from it. It's an optical illusion. The original power supply comes way down here. Okay, so if anybody ever took this new power supply out, why would they? I don't know. And tried to put an original one in, you wouldn't want the fuses behind the power supply. Come on, people. Why would you wouldn't want to do that? Come on, people. You got to think about the. Come on now. You got to think about how they would have originally done. Why would you put them behind the power supply? That doesn't make any sense. Come on, people. Okay, so we got that done. I guess we need to look at our list again. Hello, ball. It took me 2 videos to do a joke that only about 2% of the viewing public is going to get. That's okay. Okay, so the next thing is it says batteries. So let's go check that out. Now, the only reason I wrote that down was because this thing has the original battery, the batteries installed in the original place on it, but they're not leaking. Now, when we worked on the driver board in the previous video, it looked like some had leaked at some point. But I don't even know if that's the original board, you know. So I'm going to talk with the customer whenever they come to pick it up and just make sure that they know that they got to keep on top of those batteries, because if they start leaking, big problems. This one too, is that a, what have we here? Oh, never mind. Well, wait a minute. No, it's not what I thought. I was thinking that was a 6810 RAM, or 6116 RAM, which you can replace with a, yeah, there we go. You could replace easily, since it would be in a socket, with a NV RAM. But this one is a 5101, actually. Am I right? No, it doesn't say 5101. Sure looks like a 5101. So anyway, you would have to take a chip off of the board, probably that one, and replace it with an NV RAM and put a socket in and all that. And the customer wasn't really prepared to do that. They just wanted to get the thing playing again. Because, well, it was already playing. They just wanted to get it playable again, where all the switches were working. So, but I'll talk with them about the batteries whenever they come pick it up to make sure they know. Don't forget your batteries. Okay, folks, that's all we had on the list. So I think we're going to have to test play it. But first, we're going to have to talk about the banana flippers. There were only 2 games that had banana flippers. Williams' Disco Fever in 1978, and then about 16 months later, or something like that, I think 13 months later, they did one more game, and this is it, Time Warp. And they called these futuristic curved flippers. Now, this is the type of thing that people have a love-hate relationship with. Well, I shouldn't say that because people either love it or hate it. It's just polarizing. Some people hate them, and some people love them. They only put them on 2 machines, and so that tells you the whole story. Why didn't they put them on more machines? Because in general, I guess people didn't like them. But this is the type of thing that people like to look back on and ridicule. Like, oh, I can't believe they tried that. You know, it makes a lot of sense that they tried it. They were just trying to think of something different, do something new. And so they thought, hey, if you curve the flippers, the ball would react differently. So it plays a little different than a machine with straight flippers. You have to time it a little bit different. It comes off the flipper a little different. It's like a different thing. Some people will buy this game or Disco Fever and take those off and just put straight flipper bats on it. Because some people like things to be how they always are, right? And so I've learned making all of these pinball videos that there's a lot of really opinionated pinball players who don't want to take any kind of chances and do anything a little bit different. You know, and if it's not the traditional 2 flipper at the perfect angle with 2 in lanes and 2 out lanes, and damn it, this gap better not be too big and the flippers better almost touch. It's part of the game, folks. Part of the game is it has curved flippers. If part of the game was there was only 1 flipper, and on this side there was a bar that came all the way down to here, you wouldn't modify that by putting another flipper in. You'd leave it alone, right? That's part of the game. So this is how the thing is meant to be played. You might not like it. You might say, oh, that game sucks. But this is how it's designed. So there's no way in hell I would take banana flippers off of a Disco Fever or a Time Warp. They're meant to be played with them. And it amazes me that people don't understand it. But I run into it all the freaking time. On the videos, people will talk about, oh, if this was just different. Or I've had games before where they put a rubber ring from here to here. It's like, what the hell are you doing? Like, why are you even playing? You don't like pinball. If you can't stand that the ball ever goes out the out lane, why are you even playing? You don't even get the whole freaking concept of what's going on. So each table's a little different. Some are more fun than others. You might enjoy one style versus another style, but come on, people. You can't. People, come on now. Come on now, people. Like, you can't take the. Look, if you take it off, it's still curved. Come on, people. It's still curved. You can't. That doesn't work. You can't do that. All right. Okay, people. So we're going to play it with banana flippers, and proudly play it with banana flippers. And if you're one of those people that's got one with straight flippers, you better go fix that shit. What a beautiful playfield. If you want to see all of the up-close artwork, go watch the previous video. We showed it all off. It's very weird. It has a pyramid. You're going through a time warp, it says. A pinball journey into the future and past. And there's like space. There's mystical stuff. There's dinosaurs. There's stuff from the Renaissance. There is stuff from the Knights of the Round Table type stuff. And there's caveman, woolly mammoth stuff. Look, people, I don't want to hear it. I didn't do the art, okay? All right, so here are our beautiful banana flippers. We'll see if they curve the ball a little bit differently. I cleaned it up a little bit, but it was the gentleman had already cleaned it up. He didn't really want us to do any of the cosmetic stuff because. And there, by the way, I say that a lot in the videos. The reason for that is because we had to charge to do stuff like that. So like cleaning and changing bulbs and stuff. A lot of times people don't necessarily want us to do that. They can do that. They want us to fix electronic stuff that's wrong with it. So that's completely understandable to me. And the cosmetic stuff I like doing the least. So it is A-okay with me if someone wants to do that stuff. But I did clean up, like the banana flippers were pretty dirty. I cleaned them up, and I cleaned up some of the rubber rings that I could see. You can use like a little bit of a magic eraser and clean that stuff really easily. Or you can use a little bit of wax. If you just take a paper towel and put a little wax on it, you can wax rubber rings. They'll clean right up. So, yeah, we're going to play it a little bit. But you know what? First, I'm going to read you the instructions. Instructions. Insert coin and wait for machine to reset before inserting coin for the next player. Well, we got it on free play. I'm just going to hit start. Lighting number 5 on the 3 bank. Lights the top eject for extra ball. Number 5 on the 3 bank. Oh, okay. Making 3 targets scores the highest lit value. So I don't know how that's going to work. But basically over here, the 1 through 5, we're trying to get up to 5. So if you light number 5, it lights the top eject for an extra ball. So the top eject, wham. Okay, making A, B, and C twice lights the bullseye for a special. So A, B, and C are the top rollovers. If you light them twice, it opens up this shot here, the bullseye up there, which is a sweet little shot. Making the 5 bank the first time lights the left out lane for 30,000. The second time it's going to light the right out lane for 30,000. The third time you do it, it lights the 5 bank special. So, you know, a special usually, it says special when lit there. Usually that's a free ball or a free man. I mean, free game. The 4th time, it scores the special. Okay. The tilt penalty is the ball in play, and it does not disqualify the player. On the older games, some of them, if you tilted that sucker, it was all over. They took your quarter. The bullseye special scores 1 credit. Beating the highest score scores 3 credits. That probably won't be happening. And matching the last 2 numbers on the score with the numbers in the match window on the back glass scores 1 credit. That's what it says, but I don't know if that's what the settings are set to. You know, the customer had it set how they prefer. So we'll try playing it a little bit and see if it's as fun as it looks. From what I could tell, messing with it, it's going to have some ridiculous pop bumper action if you get back up there to the top of the playfield. Well, first thing I got to do, I got to turn up the volume. Now, I don't know if I can do that with y'all right in the way. Let me see. I'm going to move you back. You'll be all right. Hold on. Don't get dizzy. Don't get sick. Now we can get the door open. Can I reach the volume? I don't even see it. Where'd they hide the volume in this sucker? You know what? The soundboard is up in the top, but there should be a volume knob down here somewhere. Boy, I like that better. Now this is one of those games with the background music that's going to get higher and higher as we play. Look, you can see the banana flippers a little better. Good thing we did that. Right past me. Well, I don't think that, well, they do play a little bit different. I don't think that one drop scored. Whoop. Our background sound died. This is why we have to test play these, people. Okay. So that's the end of the game. Let's see if the sound will start back. I'm gonna call that a ROM error. I think that's a software glitch, but we'll see. Let's keep playing. Yeah, the flippers are different. Oh, did you see how it did that? They do play different. Interesting. This is before lane change, so there's no lane to change. That's pretty cool. It curves it. Some of you are going to be watching this thinking, I wouldn't play that thing. And some of you are going to watch it and you're going to say, I wish I could find a banana flipper game to play. They only made 2 of them. That's kind of cool. Wow, it'll flip. You can backhand the hell out of it. Whoa! Our flipper's coming loose. Our flipper's coming loose. We might have to glue it back. I said 450,000 before. I think that was just the stock score. We've got 160,000. Let's keep playing it and see if it will lay back down or if it's just going to stay like that. It's a little more flat than I usually set them, but the customer already had it set up like that, so I don't like really messing with, you know, how people have their stuff set up. He might really like it like that. Actually, he told me he did. He said he loved playing it, so I don't know that I want to change stuff like slope. Boy, it really kind of, the whole thing is it curls the ball, and it kind of seemed like there was a little English on it, at least on one shot there. I am sure that the problem is I'm just not good enough to know why these are bad. I'm sure that's it. I think the bulb in that one pop there in the middle is loose. See how it's off? I'm sure I just don't understand what's so bad about these flippers, because, you know, I'm still naive. I'm not good enough to get really high scores, so I still actually, you know, enjoy the game and have fun with it. I gotta tell you, if this was my game, no way I would lose these banana flippers. Now I gotta get a disco fever in. It's got some speed to it. I think the flippers probably have something to do with that too. Boy, I love the way the drop targets are set up. They're lined up where they take a shot really nice. Looks like you're usually going to lose your the ball through the outlanes. So you see what happened there? The sound cut off again. But I think all the sound effects are going to work. Yeah, it's just the background sound. It has this thing where it gets higher and higher, higher and higher. But it's turning off every once in a while, and then on the next ball it's fine. So I don't, that kind of seems like a software related thing, not a physical, like a hardware thing. And then you start a new game. And it's back. Yeah, it does that every once in a while. I don't know. That may be... I doubt it's designed like that, but it may be this little bug or something. You'd think people would have been complaining about that for years, though, if that was the deal. You see what I get? I tried to cheat. You see what happened? It bit me in the butt. I tried to cheat like I see all those good players doing. And here I am. I lost a ball. Horrible accident. Look at this. Now it's going right through the center. You see what happened? We got the thing all off tilt now. This is one of those tilt games. Beat up them banks. Wow! How cool! These are such underappreciated games. These late 70s games are just bananas. Got the crazy ass theme too that doesn't even make any sense. Got the ridiculous flippers. Got the cool sound that just makes a bunch of weird noises. Look at all the different multicolored inserts they were starting to use. Look at that. That's not LEDs, people. That's the real light bulbs. Okay, so speaking of that, I'm going to try to fix this one. This one's a little loose. So the reason that it'll be like that usually is because it's not making good contact in its socket. If you take it out and with the power off and bend the socket a little bit where it holds it a little tighter, it usually will take care of that. So let me mess with that a little bit, and then we'll play another game. Okay, I believe I have fixed this light bulb. Well, I'll tell you what, it really kicks the ball out too. It's got a strong little out-hole kicker. Nice new pinball. Cool curved, futuristic curved flippers. Oh. Oh, come on. I lost all three of them out of the left out lane. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, come on now. I think I'll take a rubber ring and put over that so that it doesn't... How do we light up our pops? Well, see, there's the right one. So if it went out the right, people, it can't possibly be tilted. It's got to be level. There's one of the pop bumpers. Oh, it must be the... Is it the drop targets that does it? Let's see when it goes back into a track. Yeah, it's working. I like it a lot. Good old classic Williams. Oh, it's too quick for me. This was back when they were willing to take a chance. Ooh. Scoop. Little scoop action for you there. Look at that. That's crazy. Oh, come on, come on, come on. I like it, folks. So there you go. That is the 1979 Williams Time Warp with the stubbornly original banana flippers. Cool game, nice colors, ridiculous theme. A pinball journey into the future and past. Look at this one. What the world is that? Oh, the one is player one. Okay, I get it now. Moving right along. We got this little T-Rex here. Let me rephrase that. We have this humongous T-Rex here. And a pterodactyl. And then in this quadrant, it's like a woolly mammoth and cave people, Neanderthals. And then here we have the Egyptians. And this is some kind of, I don't know. Look, they've got the crook on their neck. They're playing with them. And this guy, he must be the wizard that keeps it all going. That's almost like he's playing chess. Look at that. He's got the whole world in his hands. That's for our buddy Nate. That's for you, Nate. And then you have the, you got this guy. One of the, I don't know who that would be. The Knights of the Armageddon, maybe. One of the four horsemen, to stick with the theme. There's the Mona Lisa. I don't know that one. What's that one? That's David. And then look at this. Leonardo da Vinci. Boy, they really had some guts back then, didn't they? You might say they really had some, well, let's not talk. I don't even. I wish they hadn't even done it. I mean, I'm not saying that I like that they did. I'm just saying it's you know. Let's just move along. It's a spaceman. It's a pinball journey into the future and past. I like it. Very cool game. Looks great. 1979 called. They want their awesome pinball machine back. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Leave your comments below. Make sure to give us a thumbs up for taking the trouble to film it for you. We didn't have to do that, people. We could have just had all of this fun by ourselves, but, you know, we thought maybe you'd like seeing it. You know why I filmed these? There's a lot of reasons, but one of the reasons, like the reason I filmed this one, I was thinking about just doing one video on it. And it was going to be really, like a really long video, but then I thought, you know what? This thing's got banana flippers. And a lot of people, you know, a lot of people don't have the option to play a whole bunch of pinball machines. We get a whole bunch of different ones through here. And you might very well never get to play a machine with banana flippers on it because they only made 2 of them. And, you know, so I think I'll film it just so everybody can see what it was like and they may enjoy it. I know I did. My life would be that much worse if I had never played a 70s Williams pinball machine with banana flippers. But now we can say we've done it. We'll cross it off the bucket list. Pretty cool. So I hope you enjoyed it. Leave your comments below. I'll try not to be too snarky to all of the haters. And make sure to check out my brother, Donnie. My brother has his own channel here on YouTube. We work on pinball machines, arcade games, and jukeboxes on this channel. On my brother Donnie's channel, we work on old buildings, old vehicles, things like that. And he's crazier than I am. So at the moment, we are fixing a mobile home on his channel. We bought an old dilapidated mobile home and we're repairing it. That's it. That's the videos. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. I'm having a blast. So go check that out on his channel. Make sure, if you didn't see the first video of this, go back and check it out. And we'd like to thank all of the people that have been using our Amazon links. If you don't know about that, if you go to our website, lionsarcade.com, there is a parts page on our website. I'll get it out eventually. We have a games page where we show all the games we have available for sale, and we have a parts page where there's a bunch of links to the things that we use when we do repair videos and stuff like that, and just general things you might find interesting. And if you click any of those links and buy anything, even if it's not the thing that you clicked, let's say you click the link and then you go, you know what, I don't really need a nice socket set. Let me instead go buy that new Christmas sweater that I've been thinking about getting. Well, that's fine because it'll give us a tip for the Christmas sweater because you followed the link, our link to go to Amazon. So we appreciate everybody that's been doing that. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you had the fun that I had shooting it for you. And we will see all of you wonderful people back on the next one. Have a good evening.